Welcome back to the another episode. Things we all went out to shop for baby's clothes and things I would need. Jungkook insisted on buying me more. They were cute though. I appreciate the gesture even if I don't say much. I was starting to feel tired, so Jisoo suggested me stop by the ice cream cafe inside the mall to rest a little as we walk there. I just suddenly heard someone call my name. The voice was familiar, and my heart somehow dropped. I didn't want to believe it. I turned slowly, hoping I was wrong, but no, it was Nidhi. He waved at me and quickly started walking towards us. I glanced down at my belly. There was no way he wouldn't notice my bump. It was clear now, and I knew this was going. Jungkook immediately noticed and stood beside me, protectively placing a gentle hand on my back. Just his presence calmed my nerves a little. Smiling, hey Taekook, I couldn't reply. I was too embarrassed. I should have told him earlier, but I didn't. Nite, looking concerned, Taekook, are you okay? His eyes dropped to my stomach. Nite, in disbelief, are you pregnant? Jungkook held onto my hand tightly. Taekook softly, I can explain. Nite looked hurt. I could read every emotion on his face, shock, confused, disappointed. Nettie was always expressive, which used to feel comforting, but right now it felt too raw, too much. Nettie glancing at Jungkook, is he the father? I look at Jungkook, whose face showed no emotion. Technically, yes, but it's not what you think, Nate. I have been trying to explain, but there was never a right time, Nate, cutting me off. There is no need. You have said enough. He turned to face Jungkook, Nate firmly. You better take care of him. If you hurt him, you will regret it. It was surprising. Nate was smaller than Jungkook, but he stood tall, strong. Then he returned to me. He quietly took care of him, and just like that, without looking back once, my eyes stung. I had lost a friend, someone who once meant a lot to me. I turned to Jesus. He was already looking at me with sad eyes. That was all it took. I broke down, crying in the middle of the hall. I didn't even care anymore. Jungkook gently wrapped his arm around me. We stayed like this for a few times, and in that silence, I could only smell that soft, familiar scent of Jungkook's cologne. For a second, I wanted to disappear into him, just to stay like that forever. That thought scared me. I stepped away from his arms and quietly thanked him. He nodded gently. Jungkook, let's go home. We all agreed silently. Ice cream no longer sounded like a good idea. Jungkook's POV. What happened at the mall today completely changed the mood. Before Niti's Theon had been opening up, he had even smiled at me a few times. For once, I felt like we were getting closer, like maybe, just maybe, he was starting to forgive me. Then everything fell apart. That man Niti was clearly someone from things past, and the way he looked at him, it was more than friendship. I remember That was the case. I was not surprised to see him pregnant. Had Tang been hiding something? I needed answer. After we got home, Tang went to rest in room. Apologies aside. Jungkook Jisoo, who was that guy at the mall? Jisoo softly, that was not a Tang's ex-boyfriend, and they were close. Before the pregnancy, he left after things got complicated. Jungkook, Tang is sacrificing so much for these babies. I feel so guilty. Maybe we should have chosen a different surrogate. Jisoo nodding sadly. He is too young for this. He should be enjoying his life, not worrying about labor pains and baby names. She paused, then sighed. Jisoo quietly, and he hasn't even experienced love properly. Physical love. Jungkook, fine. What do you mean? Jungkook's thing is what? Jisoo, she got ask her head. Jisoo, please don't tell him I told you. But yes, he is, and he might end up losing it during delivery. I was forced. I couldn't speak. Jisoo continued. I have been trying to find someone for him, someone who's understanding, who seems to like him. So maybe I held up my hand. Jungkook firmly. Jisoo, wait, I don't think now is the right time to help him find someone. Let's give him space to sort out his emotions. Jisoo, are you sure? I just don't want him to be lonely. Jungkook, I understand. But please, let's not rush. He nodded hesitantly. I'll have to check on them, but I couldn't stop thinking them with someone else. No, I don't like it. Not one bit. I couldn't stand the thought of maybe I had no right, but deep down I didn't want anyone else to have him. He was killing my children, and he changed my life without even realizing it. And now, just the idea of him smiling to another man made my heart itch. This is going to be harder than I thought. POV today was a good day. I really had fun with Jisoo and Hobby. It felt so refreshing to laugh and talk like a normal person again. I wished the day wouldn't end up quickly, but my body was tired. We decided to leave a little earlier. Hobby offered to drive us home. When we arrived, Jisoo invited Hobby for a quick drink, and he agreed. But even after 20 minutes, Jisoo didn't come back. The silence between me and Hobby was growing until he finally spoke. Hobby smiling. If I knew Jisoo well, I am pretty sure she didn't go to get any drink. I think she left us alone on purpose. I was surprised but couldn't help laughing and grinning. You really do know her well? Then don't let me keep you. I don't think that drink is coming. I stood up. Hobby was out of the door and I was about to close it when Hobby suddenly came close to me, and he was so close to my face. He held my arms in his hands and I was shocked. He was about to kiss me, but I was about to pull away when I heard someone clear their throats behind us. Eva is cold and steady, said Jungkook. That's enough, Hobie. You can leave now. I turned quickly, thanks of Jungkook. Hobie remained composed. He smiled politely and bowed. Hobie good night, Jungkook said. He stepped out gently, closed the door behind him. I turned, planning to walk past Jungkook and head upstairs, but he grabbed my arm gently, stopping me. Jungkook, low eyes, not so fast. His tone wasn't loud, but something about it was sharp. I looked at him, trying to calm down. Stay calm, Taehyung. What's wrong? Jungkook carriage ring. Don't pretend like you don't know. What was that, Taehyung? I frowned, Taehyung. What I do and who I spend time with is my own business, Jungkook. I tried to free my arm from his grip, but he didn't let it go. Jungkook quietly, as long as you are carrying my babies, it's my business too. He gave me a half smile, but it wasn't warm, it was guarded. His expression made me uneasy. Thanks softly, Jungkook. I'm really tired. Can we talk tomorrow? Jungkook stepping closer, tired. You didn't look tired just now when you were about to kiss Hobie. His voice wasn't angry, but it held something heavy. I felt nervous. He was acting different, distant, but intense. Then pleading. Please, Jungkook, let me go. He looked directly into my eyes. Jungkook quietly, do you hate me that much, Taehyung? His question catch me off guard. I looked away. Jungkook, do you like Hobie now? I didn't reply. I don't know what to say. Suddenly, he pulled me closer. I gasped from the closeness. He stared into my eyes, and the closeness was gone instant. I saw something else. And then, without a word, he leaned in and kissed me. Not a soft kiss, it was deep, full of emotion, anger, longing, maybe even heartbreaking. I froze at first, shocked, but the moment he brushed his lips harder against mine, I responded. My hands moved to his neck, pulling him closer. He curved the back of my head, deepening the gaze. My heart pounded wildly. I felt his hands pushing along my back and shiver ran down my spine. Why does this feel so right? But suddenly he broke the kiss. He rested his forehead on mine, breathing heavily. Then he stepped back, eyes blank again. Jungkook calmly, you should get some rest, sleep there. You must be tired. He turned and walked up the stairs without looking back. I stood there, breathless. Just what happened? I felt embarrassed, like he had pulled me in. What pulled? Let myself fall again. I fell for Jungkook, and now I was left alone with the heart beating too fast. I walked to my room quietly, changed into my pajamas, and go into bed. A single tear slipped down my cheek. Why do I keep doing this to myself? POV, I was working on the business proposal in my study when I heard some noises coming from downstairs. For a second, I thought about maybe a thief had entered the house, but then I heard laughter, soft, warm, familiar. I stood up and went to check, thinking it was probably Taehyung and Jisoo. Honestly, I was hoping to join them. I had been working all day and I needed a break, some warm company, but what I saw the moment I stepped down the stairs shook me to my core. Taehyung and Hobie were standing near the door about to kiss. I froze. My chest tightened and I felt a heat rush to my face. Something soft twisted in my stomach. I didn't know what it was, but it made me feel both angry and sad. They looked shocked when they saw me, and Hobie, that man, had the nerve to smile at me. Taehyung to say something, anything, but he was just turned and tried to walk away like it was No big deal, no. I couldn't let that go. I couldn't gently grab his wrist, and before I knew it, things happened too fast. Words were said, emotions were all over the place, and somehow I ended up kissing him. At first, I told myself it was to prove a point that I didn't want him to be with Toby, that he should want me. But the moment he kissed me back, all that vanished. I didn't care about proving anything anymore. I just wanted this, that kiss. It felt so right, so warm, so full of something I couldn't name. But I broke it off because I want to. Because if I didn't, I would lose all control, and I didn't want to hurt him more than I already had. Saw the look in Taekook's eyes. He was hurt. I hated myself for that. I whispered a quiet goodnight and walked away, even though my heart didn't want to leave back in my room. I went straight to the bathroom. I needed a cold shower to calm myself and clean my head. When I come out, my body was calm, but my mind was restless. What have I done to him again? I didn't sleep well. The nightmares come again, like they always do. In the morning, I got up early and dressed for work. Even though it was the weekend, I couldn't stay in the house. I needed peace. I needed to breathe. Thanks, POV. I didn't sleep well. Every time I close my eyes, I remember last night, the kiss, the warmth, the way I lost myself completely. Why did I kiss him back? Why did I feel safe in his arms? I gone and pulled a blanket over my face. I heard a knock on the door. Jisoo probably. I quickly sat up and put a tired face. Taekook, come in. Jisoo cheerfully. Good morning, Taekook. How are you doing today? Taekook softly. Not feeling too well, Jisoo. Oh, it must be from last night. You must just need a little rest. But first, are you going to tell me what happened? Or are you planning to pretend nothing did? She gave me a sly smile. My heart jumped. Did she know about the case? I stayed quiet, expecting a lecture of teasing. Jisoo grinning about Hobby. I mean, he called me this morning saying he is falling for you already. I let out a relieved some breath, so it wasn't about Jungkook. Smiling sadly. He is a gentleman, and yes, we were about to kiss. Jisoo is skinning. Yeah, I knew it. As she left, I whispered to him, Jisoo, is Jungkook home? Jisoo frowned slightly. He left early this morning. She said he had work, even though he promised to spend the weekend here with me. Okay, thanks. Not long after, I brought up my breakfast. We ate and talked about the old days when everything was normal, when I would come visit with my sister. Those memories felt like a dream now. Bittersweet but comforting. After Jai left, I lie back in the bed only to hear my phone ring. An unknown number. Taekook picking up. Hello, woman's voice. Is this Taekook? Taekook depends on who is asking. Woman, this is Jihan Jenny, Jungkook's mother. I sit up straight. Taekook said, good day, ma'am. I'm sorry, I didn't recognize your voice, Jenny. Gently, it's alright, dear. I hope I'm not disturbing you. I actually wanted to. I have been trying to reach Jisoo, but she keeps ignoring my calls, and Jungkook, he does the same. I want to talk to her, but I don't want Jungkook to be there when I do. Can I let Can you let me know when he is not at home? I heard the sadness in her voice. She sounds like someone trying to fix something, or maybe I understood that too well. Taeyoung, he is not home now. Jisoo is here. You can come. Jenny grateful. Really? Thank you, dear. I am on my way. I quickly got dressed and went to the living room where Jisoo was chatting on the phone. When she saw me, she smiled. Jisoo, you must be feeling better now. I am. As she went to get water, the doorbell rang. It was Jenny. I welcomed her in and asked her to wait. Then I called for Jisoo. When Jisoo walked in and saw her mother, her smile faded instantly. Her face turned pale. Jisoo. Says POV, so shout, what are you doing here? What else do you want from me? Saying I was shout would be too small of a word. I was froze. Why was Emma here? Even after what more did she want? I turned slowly and saw Taehoon standing quietly watching everything unfold. I could imagine what was going through his mind, confusion, worry, and maybe even regret for letting her in. I stood from her seat and I tried to step close, but I raised my hand and stopped her. She paused in her track. They hung gently. Jisoo, I need to make a call. I will be right back. His eyes begged for me to let him leave the room, probably to give us space. I nodded slowly, and he quickly slipped out. Now it was just me and her, and I wasn't going to make it easy. I crossed my softly, Jisoo. I know I have hurt you. I know I am probably the last person you want to see, but please, my daughter, just listen to me, please. Her eyes were wet with tears that made it harder to stay angry, but not impossible. Jisoo coldly. Did you really just say that? You slept with my boyfriend. What did you think I would feel? Joy? Jenny tearfully, I didn't mean for it to go that far. I have no excuse. I'm so sorry. Jisoo, how long were you with him? How long were you with Jiren? I hated even saying his name. Jenny was trembling only once. It happened after you returned home. I didn't plan it. It would never hurt you on purpose. Jisoo angrily, you had all the chances to walk away, but instead you made that choice and you were going to hide. Jiren, no, never. The guilt was eating me every day. I knew I had to tell you someday. I looked away. My heart was tired. I loved her, but I couldn't understand why she did it. Jisoo, why him, Mama? Why Jiren? You could have been with any man. You knew how much he meant to me. Even if I didn't love him deeply, he was mine. Looked out the window. The sunlight hit her face for a second. Looked, she looked older, tired, worn out. She so soft. I just wanted to understand. Help me forgive you. She took a deep breath and sat down. Her shoulders slumped like she would been carrying a heavy burden for too long. Jenny, Jisoo, I knew Jiren wasn't a good person. I could feel it. I knew he only wanted you for Jenny quietly. I planned to pay him off, ask him to walk away before your feelings got any deeper, but when he arrived, I was in a well state. I wasn't expecting him to earlier. I was in my room, and when he entered, I wasn't prepared. She stopped and looked down. I closed my eyes and inhaled slowly. I couldn't imagine what she meant. Jaden had walked in. She something private and use it against her. Jisoo, he took advantage of you. See, look at me quickly, surprised and whispering, you believe me? I want to take her side, held her hand gently and nodded. Jisoo, I wasn't angry because I loved him. I didn't. I always knew Jaden wasn't sincere. I kept him around to avoid being alone. But you, I felt betrayed by you. Jenny quietly had planned to pay him off, ask him to walk away before your feelings got any deeper. But when he arrived, I was in vulnerable state. I wasn't expecting him so early. I was in my room, and when he entered, I wasn't prepared. She stopped it and looked down. I closed my eyes and inhaled slowly. I could imagine what she meant. She didn't had walked in some private used it. Need to find myself again, not in Jenny. I got a therapist, he said. I needed to find myself again, not in other people but in me. That's what I have tried to do now, Jisoo. I want you and Jungkook to be proud of me again, Jisoo softly. You don't have to try to be perfect, Tima. We just want you to be okay. She smiled a real thankful smile. Jenny, I should leave before Jungkook returns. I want to ruin the process I have made. Please tell him I love him. She kissed my forehead and left quietly. And yet I didn't feel peaceful. Instead, I felt guilty. We had judged her so fast. We never looked deeper, never asked her how she was coping. But now I knew, and I had to talk to Jungkook. It was time for our family to heal, to be continued. Gonna know this is all mess for now, but this is all gonna be okay in next 2 episodes. Hope you will love it. How was it going to dance? See you again. Bye bye. Love you. Bye.